Doing great.
Have you met with the Las Vegas Raiders yet?
I have.
Was that formal or informal?
Formal.
What was that meeting like for you?
It was awesome. Getting in there, talking to Coach Pierce, talking to the organization. It was great. Had great interviews, had a good time.
What was your impression of them?
Just great organization, nice people, super formal, and it was just a good time.
Got a team like the Detroit Lions has had a really good offensive line the last couple of years. Like GM Brad Holmes this week said that's something he's still going to building the young guys, continuing to build that. What are the advantages of joining a team like that that has an established?
I mean, it's a huge establishment. Just knowing that you're going to an organization that has a great offensive line and a great team. I mean, it's humbling to see, and it's humbling to even think I could be a part of something like that. Especially having a guy like number 58, Penei Sewell, guy coming from Oregon. That's cool to see, and really honored to even be in the conversation.
Jackson, the Bears are in need of a center with all that they have going on with their top picks right now. Think about the Bears, is that a possibility as far as you know?
Man, I hope so. I mean, if you ask my mom, she'll say for sure. But my mom's an everybody fan. So, no, definitely, of course. I mean, I'd love to go anywhere, and Bears is a great place, and especially good SNL skits. Duh, Bears, love it. So, yeah, I have met with Chicago. It went great. Same thing. Incredible people, incredible. A lot of great history there too, and it was just a great interview.
And when you talk to them, like, how do you feel you can help with it? Because they do outside zone heavy work.
I feel like I have great outside zone. I think, my coaches at Oregon really did a great job preparing me for that. And I feel like I really can fit in that scheme, especially in Chicago. I hear that here they have great pizza there, especially deep dish. I'll have to try that.
The
So
idea of playing with Caleb Williams, is that something that intrigues you with potentially the Bears drafting him with the number 1 pick?
yeah, of course. Caleb's an elite quarterback, elite guy. I met him in recruiting. Got to play against him when he was at Oklahoma and USC. Elite competitor, elite quarterback. Be humbled to play with him.
Do you bust out the SNL stuff for Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus or the deep dish stuff when you talk to them?
Yeah, I talked to him a little bit about that, of course, because I walked in, I was like, duh, Bears. So it's a good one. Hopefully I can grow that mustache. So.
Are you a pure center in your mind?
So I think I love playing center, but I can play guard too. I'm an interior guy for sure. But, I love center. So.
Tell me about your shotgun snap.
Yes, sir.
How was it last year? Somebody told me it was a little erratic.
Yeah, a little erratic. Something I can definitely get better at. It wasn't perfect, but anything in my game wasn't perfect. So something I can definitely get better at, and something I'm looking forward to get better at.
Jackson, what was your biggest takeaway from the Senior Bowl, and what kind of feedback did you receive from that week?
Well, first of all, Senior Bowl was an amazing week. It was, my draft definitely started in Mobile. And it was a fun time, meeting with all the teams, meeting with a lot of great people, getting to play against some elite talent and go against some elite talent. And, I feel like I had a great week there. I feel like I got to show kind of the world kind of how I was and, that I could be that guy that was the, first center off the board.
How do you describe your play style as a center?
I would say, physical, enthusiastic, and a little nasty too.
What do you think separates you as being the best center in this draft?
Just my enthusiastic play and my physicality. I'm a bigger center, and I think I move pretty good too. So just being a physical, nasty center, and just having fun playing football. I think you can see that on film, see it every play.
Where does it start for you on the line of scrimmage? Your hands or your feet?
Definitely my feet. Well, it's kind of a tricky question because I'm a center and I have to snap the ball. It's kind of same kind of thing. So definitely say my feet. You got to move your feet before your hands. So.
Jackson, have you talked about your relationship with Adrian Glenn and just kind of how he helped develop you as a player while you were at Oregon?
Oh, I love Coach AK. He's amazing. Coach AK really, going from Coach Mirabal to, Coach AK, just learning how to be a pro, doing stuff on your own, really how, learning how to be a man, it was all kind of on us. And me learning to really grow as a player, grow as a man too. Like he's an amazing person, sharing his wisdom, sharing some of his funny stories and, stuff about the league. That was just amazing. It was a great time, and I was really grateful to learn under him.
AK used his coach with the Steelers. Have you been able to meet the Steelers coach yet?
No, I didn't meet with him formally at the combine. No, sorry.
Jackson, what makes you, what's the biggest thing you think you bring to the organization? You think words or action? And have you met with the Cincinnati Bengals?
I have met with the Cincinnati Bengals. Something that I can bring to any organization is the same thing: enthusiasm, physicality, effort, and not other than that. Like, just every organization is going to be great in itself. I just want to go in there, earn the trust of the organization, earn the trust of the vets, and just really get myself into their culture and really just get into the community around and love where I'm at. So. That'd be amazing. Elite quarterback. He's got the style. He's got the drip. Maybe I get some of those glasses. I don't know if they'd fit on my face, but we'll see. I think technicalities at center, they're special. I think that's what makes center such a special position because, you got to block somebody, with one hand. And sometimes, you're at a disadvantage right when the snap goes. So just getting down, making calls, snapping the ball, commanding an offense is, it's poetry in itself. So.
Jackson, can you talk a little bit about just your transition to center? You mentioned some of the difficulties. That's not a transition that everybody can make. What was the toughest part about going from guard to center?
Well, first of all, I had a lot of great mentors in front of me, like Alex Forsyth. A lot of those older guys really helped me, learn my first 2 years, playing guard and a little bit of center. So it was kind of a seamless transition. I've always kind of played center. But the biggest transition is definitely just snapping the ball and kind of commanding the offense. But I was so blessed to have 3 amazing offensive line coaches who taught us so much technically, so much schematically, that it wasn't a hard transition.
You're also a guy that's excellent in outside zone. Can you talk a little bit about your aiming that you're looking for, like when you guys are running that?
Yeah, we're running outside zone. Same thing. You want your shoulder pads to mirror the shoulder pads of the running back. Same thing. Outside wide zone tracks. Aiming for the play side, outside shoulder. Center, it depends on the team having a 3-step decision, getting to the second level, and just knowing that wide zone isn't really passive. You're not just trying to stretch your guy, you're trying to move him vertically too as well. And, I think that's kind of how I think about wide zone.
When you talk about the responsibilities to get off the ball, how do you what's your technique snapping the ball cleanly with consistency?
You definitely have to have a place on your thigh that you hit consistently every time, because that's how you know the ball is going back there, and just making a consistent note that of snapping the ball. I think of it like a pitcher in MLB. You gotta, if you're gonna throw a curveball, you gotta feel those seams. If you're gonna throw a 12-6, or if you're gonna just throw like a knuckle curve, just something you got to work on every time. And once you feel it out your hand, it's gonna be a good one or a bad one.
Jackson, the San Francisco 49ers required their center to kind of be like the quarterback of the offensive line.
Yes, sir.
Call projections, of course, call out the mic. Do you feel comfortable being able to do that at the NFL level?
Yes, sir. So day one out of Oregon with Coach Mirabal, they taught us to do that. I was 17 years old, and I was help commanding the offense. And every coach since then has demanded that of me. So definitely super comfortable with that. Love doing it. I think that's, the pressure of that is a privilege.
Have you been able
Gospel choir. 2 things. Number one, I can sing a little bit higher with the altos a little bit, and I can sing a little bit lower too. I did choir growing up a little bit. Shout out to my sister Jory. She kind of got me into it. But it's just kind of a team game too, how to work with, different sounds and just be a part of a team and, getting out my comfort zone. Big lineman in a gospel choir class. You walk in and everybody's like, why is this guy here? So it's close. It's either, Celine Dion or like, that's a tough one. Celine Dion or Adele. I think either is still. I'm going to say that. But tenor-wise, maybe it's like Josh Turner or like maybe George Strait. I'm giving myself a lot of credit. I wasn't that good.
Can you give us a sample between the alto and the tenor?
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I'll have to talk to the NFLPA. You'll have to talk to them. So. One thing I'm looking forward to is just, getting to the place that, drafts me, and, showing gratitude towards them. Big thing is, like, whatever team picks me, I'm feel forever grateful for the rest of my career. I'm not a guy that, sees the grass is greener. I kind of take that from my head coach back in Oregon. But just showing gratitude every day, and showing that with my actions, earning the trust in an organization, getting myself out in that community and, really diving deep into their culture.
Jackson, here at the NFL Combine this week, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the team that you've spoken with.
Yes, sir.
Was it formal or informal?
Formal.
What would it mean maybe replacing Ryan Jensen and being that next big physical center?
I mean, that'd be huge for me. He's a guy that I look up to. I watch film on. I try to mimic my game after. How he is, his personality, how he is on the field, and how he finishes people is something I've looked up to. So stepping into that role, stepping into his shoes would be just amazing.
Jackson, have you met with the 49ers?
No, I haven't.
Analytics suggest that Oregon's offensive line was perhaps the best in the entire country, whether it's pass block win rate, win efficiency, a number of other measures. You guys are ahead of that. I mean, what led to that success? Was it communication, coaching? What do you think makes the best offense?
Ooh, great question. I think a lot of moving parts went into it. Number one, we have an elite quarterback behind us in 10. He's an amazing guy, an amazing quarterback. But just, the guys we have in our room, and it went from our starting 5 all the way down to our walk-on and our walk-ons and our freshmen. We took so much pride in pass protection. We took so much pride, in keeping our guys clean. And that started every day in the offseason. That started every day, when we wake up in season. So communication's a big one. Communication even off the field too. Just hanging around each other, building that connection was huge at Oregon. So, and I had elite guys around me. Both my guards were amazing with Stephen Jones, freshman Iopani Lalulu, and Marcus Harper. And then my tackles are elite too, and Josh Connolly and Johnny Cornelius. So I was surrounded around a bunch of great guys, and I had a great quarterback behind me and an elite running back as well. So.
Jackson, this was your first full-time start.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you feel like you had the most growth, and is that something that teams have talked to you about in the process?
Yeah, for sure. Big growth I had was just, starting to really take over and command the offense. And having that in game situations, real high-pressure situations, I think that's where I really grew. Grew as a player, grew in my confidence, grew in my mental health too as well. Reaching out to sports psychologists and stuff and really, training my brain for that. But I feel like I really grew on and off the field in the biggest areas, just kind of more confidence. So.
Jackson, I wanted to go back to the gospel choir. Just
Yeah.
don't really know about that. Just when did you do that? Kind of backstory behind that?
Yeah, no. So gospel choir, I took it. Last spring. Some other of our football guys took it too. It was an amazing class. Not big credit class, but just beginning the gospel choir. Super fun. I'm a guy who grew up in Utah, and church there is kind of very quiet. But going into and kind of singing and having a lot of fun, it was a great experience and definitely introduced me into a new culture and something I love and some music I still listen to this day. So.
I also wanted to ask, have you formally met with the Dolphins?
Yes, I have.
How did that mean? I'm sure you spoke with Mike McDaniel, maybe Coach Barry, offensive coach.
Yeah, amazing team, amazing GM, amazing coach. It was just a great time too. It was something that really, goes out about the Dolphins for me is just how young their coach is, and something I can relate to. It doesn't matter how old you are, just how matters how good you are. And he's an amazing coach, and even though that he's young, that he's an amazing coach, and I'd be honored to play for him and play for that amazing GM and amazing offensive line coach. I definitely look up to Jason Kelce. I also really look up to Ryan Jensen as well. Just how much he finishes, how physical he is, how much passion he shows on the field. Definitely something like him too. And Creed Humphreys too is another big one. Going to O-line masterminds this year and being able to really, learn under, him and Ryan Jensen was huge for me. So I definitely watch a lot of film on both those guys and look up to them.
What was the overall experience like for you?
It was amazing time. Just the camaraderie of all the guys over 300 pounds eating food, breathing heavy, and getting a little sweaty in there. It's a fun time. And definitely just going over technique, talking about mental health, talking about technique, talking about everything. I mean, it's kind of a dream come true when you go there, and you get to meet some of the legends and you get to meet some of the great guys in the NFL. I haven't met with the Seahawks yet, but I would love to stay in the Pacific Northwest. Pacific Northwest is, my second home. Like, I absolutely love it there. Per unpopular opinion, I love the rain, and it'd be awesome to kind of stay up there just because there'd be a little bit of. Hopefully, I can convert some people in Washington to be some Ducks. So yeah.
Jackson, yesterday you were talking earlier about Blanford being in college, but a teammate told me the other day you have a sandwich named after you.
I do. Yeah, I do have
How
a.
did that come about, and what is it?
Yeah, so shout out Elkhorn. It's Elkhorn Brewery in Eugene, Oregon. It's not a sandwich, it's a burger. It's called the Big Jack's Burger. There's a lot of stuff in it. It's a big man delight. It has, let's see. So start with the patty. So we'll start with the bun. Really great brioche bun. Under that, we got a little bit of barbecue. We have some queso. We have some mac and cheese, some pulled pork, some bacon, 2 things of patties, and then a bun under there. And then, if you can finish that, I think a meal is probably free. So it's pretty good. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Have a great day.